Welcome back to another Ruthless Ideas podcast. This is probably one of the coolest podcasts I get to do just because there's a lot to talk about and I am happy. And that is an amazing thing that doesn't happen a lot, but it did this week. So, first off, we'll start with the videos. So this week was a little different. I did some upgrades for some parts since we had kind of an extra week of April. I decided to take this chance to do some upgrades. So, 4 upgrades so far. First one was the spinner, which was kind of cool. The thing is, I made a mistake of not naming every single part, which affects calling out what it upgraded. So the spinner was the part that had 3 different arms with 3 different circles, and there were 6 channels. And so as you spun it, it would do a cool little I don't know, it just spun cool, and it was from the 507 mechanical movements. So if you don't remember that, go check it out. It's pretty cool. But I got a comment about this video talking about how if you added a thumb pad on the top, you'd be able to spin it easier and kind of continuously spin it. And because before you couldn't. And so now you can, because the upgrade actually worked. So what I did is I just kind of changed it where I put a circle with a cut out on the inside, so it looks kind of like a little dish or bowl with rails on the sides. And then I just have a kind of free moving circle that you put your thumb on. So it allows you just have to push down a tad hard to kind of keep it moving, but push down hard, spin it around, and you can kind of continuously spin it with one finger a long time. And it just adds a more easeability to it, because you get to now spin it with one hand instead of having to hold it with one hand and then kind of throw/spin it down and around, and it was more of just a hassle than actually a fidget toy. So I wanted to fix that, so I fixed it, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So very good indeed. So the next product was the Pathfinder, which was an oval track that held some, we're doing 1 in 6 BBs, metal BBs, and then in the middle there was a I don't know, kind of a little holder. It was just a holder of magnets that connected to the central slot in the main Pathfinder where the BBs are held. And then as you spun that around, the magnets would connect to the BBs, and then the BBs would follow the magnet, and you would slowly, I don't know, just be able to spin that around. So that one was one of the best fidget toys I did make, because it just had a lot of opportunities and availability to use it as well as improve it. So for this one, for the first one, I made it where if you spun the centerpiece one way and put it where the magnets weren't affecting the BBs at all, it would actually fall out. And I didn't like that. So then I just made it wider, as well as tried to make it so it squishes more. And then you can kind of insert it in easier and take it out easier. The only problem is squishing it with how the whole part is framed and made is not good. So I had to adjust it to where it, like, the next part is making it a little easier to pinch it so that I can actually use it better. But it still works. It is what it is. So then the next one, I did it kind of out of order, which kind of sucks. But the next one I did was Ralph, which, if you remember, that one was the pencil balancer to help with pencil pressure. So what you do is you'd have a square. It's like a square kind of tubing-ish with a like a square insert that has a magnet in that and then a magnet in the bottom. And then on the top there's a little divot where you'd put a pencil. And so you'd try to push the pencil down all the way to the bottom and then flip it out of the little opening. So I did that. I made it. Turns out you can't actually do it with the pencil. It's like it's too pointed in the middle, as in like it's one central point that you have to try balancing on, and it's impossible. So I upgraded it where now it's a plus sign. So you have a little plus sign on the thing you push down, as well as a plus sign on the thing you like the pencil shaped pusher thing. I don't know. I need to start naming these things so that I can just call them out. But that's for the future. But what I do is then you just push it down and then it goes out, and I just had to make it a little taller, and then I made the thing you push down taller, and then the whole like square tubing taller as well. So lots of just like minimal upgrades, but definitely helps the part overall. The next part is getting stronger magnets because it's kind of a little flimsy and doesn't really work as well. So very unfortunate. And then the next one is the twister. So this one was more of a fine motor skills toy where you had a cylinder that has threads on the inside, and then you have another cylindered like kind of cap thing that there's an indented square that you would put a little like 3D printed square in and twist it down on like into the cylinder, or then twist it out. And so this would help with the twisting motion, the finger strength, kind of working the whole hand itself. And so to upgrade that, I made it where it's now a plus sign, just because the pluses are so much easier to twist and grab. And I wanted to make it easy, but also like it's hard with just that little square. So, and then I changed it up where I put a giant like sphere on top, so that you'd have to use your finger, your pointer finger, your middle finger, and then your thumb to twist it off instead of just two, just to kind of shape your hand and the motion more of like opening a door handle. So kind of a different thing, but still kind of cool. So those are the upgrades for this week. To be honest, I am not happy with how they turned out because it was mainly just the time. It wasn't hard to make them. It's just I really wish I could have gone into more depth on each individual part to kind of figure out all of the problems and fix them, as well as making better 3D prints and, I don't know, just overall making it better. Because I want to give good videos. So it was a bit iffy. But again, I wanted to make it short, sweet, and try and make one a day. And so I was able to call them like 5-minute upgrades because they're all around 5 minutes. And so this was kind of a play on the 5-minute crafts. It's just 5-minute upgrades. So it was kind of cool. I enjoyed it. I definitely wish more people commented on the problems of the parts, or I would have been able to find a child with a disability and allow them to use it and fix the problems they called out. Could be a future thing if I really want it to be, which there'll be something with physical interactions with my toys, it just depends on when. But other than that, I enjoyed it. Wanted to make them better, but you know what? I got them out. I continued to push through, even though I was with little time, which kind of leads me to my next point. On Monday, I submitted my 2-week notice for quitting my job. This is a very big step for me and a very logical step, I would say, in my current situation. So I'll give you a little background. So I went to school for product design engineering, which I absolutely fell in love with. I knew ever since I was in high school that was kind of what I wanted to do. And as I was like trying to find schools, there was no schools that actually did product design in soccer, because I really wanted to play soccer in college. Was kind of good in high school, so couldn't find it. I chose product design, went to Ferris, absolutely loved every single minute of it, and came out and immediately got a job designing utility poles. And so having that excitement from college of knowing there is a job that you love so much that is out there, and you go do something that is kind of completely off the deep end, you've never done before, you have to learn every single thing about the job, and you have no desire to do it, takes a toll. And so it was actually 8 months today that I worked. It's like one day before 8 months. I started September 3rd. Today is May 2nd. So it's like one day. I think I'm just going to say leap year and then call it 8 months because it's easier. But yeah, so I worked there for 8 months. It was good. I met a lot of people. It was just the work we were doing was not exactly what I wanted to do, and I believed I could do more things I liked with not caring about making money or anything by myself. And so I'm luckily at a point where I don't have any student debt. I'm able to live at my parents' house. I don't have any payments or bills or anything like that. I don't have a family. So it's like I have no one counting on me, so I might as well take a risk. And one of my biggest things that I face is regret. And I do not want to regret anything. And it's always been my dream to start my own business and kind of design toys for a living. And kind of taking this risk to avoid the regret of never trying, and just knowing that even doing it like how I've been doing Ruthless Ideas, I still enjoy that, even though I'm working 8 hours and then coming home and working another 4 on that. It's tiring, but I always enjoyed it. And there was never a time where I didn't. And so I feel like I can extremely improve the videos that I make, extremely improve the products that I make, as well as being able to enjoy myself more and enjoy making content more. And so I don't really care about the money like that I'm making. Like, that's not my big thing. The main thing is like just growing a base. And so I do have an opportunity to do social media marketing for my buddy's band that I kind of started with him. So that's going to be my kind of source of income, but nothing as close as what I used to make, but also what I used to make is definitely achievable if I do the right things. So today was my last day. I am now done with that job. On Monday, I start doing my own thing. I start going about every day, working on my own stuff, improving my skills, designing toys, designing products, doing research, just anything my heart desires. I get to do now, and I am I am honestly the happiest I've been in a while. Just understanding that it's mine, I get to do it, and it's it's a possibility of a future where I get to do something I love every single day and I don't have to work for someone else. Not that that matters, but it's like I'm the boss. And it allows me to kind of customize the job to become my dream job instead of trying to find something that's close to it. Because that is one thing that I've found out is you will never find your dream job. Whatever you dream of, it could be, say, playing sports or like doing social media, or there's all these dreams you can have, but when you really break down the specifics of what you want and you want that job to be, not looking at what jobs are already out there, but just in your mind internalizing the perfect job for you, it'll never be out there. And so you have to kind of make it. And so that's what's kind of driven me, is it's like, if we're stuck working the rest of our lives, I would rather bust my butt now, try and figure out a way where I can get the job of my dreams so that I can enjoy my time growing my own business first off, but also enjoy designing the toys and striving to be whoever I want to be and helping whoever I want. Because it's like, I have dreams of helping kids with disabilities and like partnering with the Special Olympics and kind of just working with schools and being a household name for fidget toys. That'll never happen if I just stay at my current job or stay where I am supported or careful or a secure job. It's like, I need to go my own way. Just like the song. But I'm happy. I'm excited. And I hope that this also makes you excited to kind of enjoy the journey with me. And so I do have a YouTube channel for Austin Ruth, which is me. That's my personal brand, which I hope to kind of show more about the background of stuff. I kind of want to do it on both, but mainly just show the behind the scenes of everything, show how everything works, the things I enjoy doing. Like next week I'm going to make a couple videos on 3D printing because I love 3D printing, and I'm going to hopefully be able to help people find their perfect 3D printer. And so it's like, it's stupid. People could listen to it and be like, that's dumb, but I love it so much. I 3D print almost every single day. It's just something I do so often that it's a part of me. It's who I am, and I absolutely love it. Just the ability to take something from your head and bring it to real life is one of my greatest enjoyments. It's like, my favorite thing is just having an idea at night, putting a little note in your phone, then going to my tablet, drawing it out, figuring out how it's going to work, modeling it up, and then going to a 3D printer and 3D printing it. It's like, that is insane to think about, especially when I used to always have this, I was always just an imaginative kid who always wanted to build stuff. And I always had a thought of how it's going to look. And it was always so much better than what I could make. Because I always had to try and find popsicle sticks, cardboard, tape, and try and just make it enough where it would work, or anything kind of cool. Or with drawings, that was the same way. It's like I could picture this beautiful product or picture, but once I actually did it, I didn't have the skills to make that come to life. And so it's like the software and the 3D printers, to be able to make it come to life is such a dream that I want to continue to pursue it and be able to give that same enjoyment to children where a kid comes into a store that I own, and it is a Ruthless Ideas store where I design fidget toys or products. And a kid comes in with a drawing, and we go to this tablet. This is like how I picture it. There's these tablets on these beams, and you go there, and you can kind of customize it how you want. And a kid goes, "Wow, that looks exactly what I drew." And then I can go, "If you come back tomorrow, you'll have it in your hand. It'll be 3D printed." And just the thought that they would be just sitting up all night, just thinking and waiting and being like, I get to see my product tomorrow. I get to see what I made tomorrow. Like, that is just such a cool thought. And it is so just like, it's my childhood dream of being able to do that, bringing it to life for these other kids. And it's so cool to just, it's not hard to do. It just takes time and skills. And it's like, I will donate my time. I'll do that 24/7. I don't care about the money anymore. It's just that feeling of being able to help is so cool. And then the next thing is like for kids with disabilities. It's the same kind of thing where there's 15 to 20 fidget toys out there. They are all the exact same. And yet some kid could come in and be like, I like this part and I like this thing. Can you make something? And then I get to look at it, go in the back, design it all out, and then show it to them and be like, hey, is this what you're looking, is this what you would like? Actually, not change it. And then they slowly customize it to how they want it. I get to go, they come back the next day, it's 3D printed, and they get to use it. And now it's not just, oh, here's a toy, go shut up, stop bothering me. It is a custom toy for them, and for them, like, they're themselves. It's theirs. They, like, own it. They created it. And now it gets to help them in school. Like, how many kids are they going to show? Like, hey, look at this. This is mine. Some dude made it for me. Like, that's so cool. And now it helps them focus. Their grades go up. And I don't know. It's just, it's the way I want to help people, is being able to bring an idea to life. And I think that's kind of, it's kind of the backbone of Ruthless Ideas, is that I have all these ideas that I bring to life so that someone else might have the same determination to do the same, where they get to do something they love, bring out a product, and maybe whatever comes out of it, it's theirs. And I think that is just the coolest thing ever. It's like a child. It's yours. It will always be yours. It's wonderful. So thank you very much for listening. If you have any ideas, please let me know. I hope you just have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Just remember, everything is yours. You have time. Figure it out. You got it. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.